headlines today. Lying, misleading, being deceitful, not telling the truth, stringing fans along. All of those words apply to the Indiana Fever and how they handled this Caitlin Clark situation this year. Chloe Peterson, somebody who denied the ankle injury, now is playing into the ankle injury, said she's not being held out because of the ankle. Now she is being held out because of the ankle. Who knows who's telling the truth these days when it comes to the Indiana Fever and their media stooges? Who knows? But she got an interview with Stephanie White. I'm sure the questions were hard-hitting. Now, in this interview, we get made privy to some information. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Caitlin Clark is on track toward her goal of starting 5-on-5 by the end of October, Stephanie White says. She's building up toward it, starting with 2-on-2 and 3-on-3. Hold on. Caitlin Clark is on track toward her goal of starting 5-on-5 by the end of October, Stephanie White says. She's building up toward it, starting with 2-on-2 and 3-on-3. Question, just a question. If Caitlin Clark hasn't even started 5-on-5 yet, that's what they like to throw. 5-on-5, physical training so they can get... If she hasn't started 5-on-5 yet, then a few things. One, the injury to her quad or to her groin or to her ankle, much more serious than the Indiana Fever let on, number one, okay? Number two, if she hasn't started 5-on-5 yet, well then the announcement of her not returning for the final few games of the season seemed like, I don't know, 2 months too late, perhaps? Remember, this was a day-to-day. This was a questionable. This was a 1 week. Oh, she's returning this day. Oh, no. Oh, now she's returning this day. And she hasn't even done 5-on-5 yet, according to Stephanie White and Chloe P. Whatever. So the thought process that you, me, many of us have shared, that the Indiana Fever knew she wasn't going to be returning and still decided to string fans along to milk them for all they got, seems more and more plausible day by day as the days turn on. Fair? Fair. Moving on. We're not jumping into anything that's too much, White said. We have the ability right now to take it on a week-by-week basis, doing some 3-on-3, doing some 2-on-2, building into 5-on-5. Her being able to play in game-like situations is going to be important. It's been a long time building back into that, but it's October, and she needs to be able to slowly build back. So from an endurance standpoint, she's laying a really good foundation, shows she's not having any setbacks or regression. Folks, the Indiana Fever knew she wasn't returning for a good month and a half prior to the announcement. They knew they weren't going to clear her regardless. Whether she was good to go, not good to go, I'm not getting into the conspiracy theories. I'm over with that. But there's no conspiracy theory here. The Indiana Fever were not going to clear her regardless. That is a fact. That is taking 2 and 2 and equaling 4. That is taking 1 and 1 and equaling 2. This has been a charade all season. Setbacks or regression. Oh, let's get into that, shall we? I would never speak for Caitlin, but it's frustrating as an athlete to go through injury. you're not able to do what you love to do, White said Monday. Certainly, having setbacks and working your way back, then having another setback, all of that is frustrating. Quote, while it's frustrating, it's important that we get her back at 100% and that she's comfortable, she's confident, that she's healthy, and that we can move forward in a way that continues to build her for her career and her franchise. Setbacks? Coming back? Regression? Why did we have a setback? Why did we have regression? Remember, she was out all preseason, but they bring her back to sell tickets in Iowa. Milk that real quick. Give me all that dough. Nice. Then she's done. Doesn't play in the final preseason game. Starts off the season. Plays up until the New York Liberty game. Re-injures the quad. So her quad was keeping her out all offseason. She comes back against Iowa on a still unhealthy quad. Plays the game to put on her show. Doesn't play the last game because she's still not fully recovered. Starts the regular season not fully recovered on the unhealthy quad and gets injured against the New York Liberty. Now the quad's hurt again. The quad never healed. Let's get into this because I just want to make sure I got the games correct that she gets injured in. I apologize, folks. We're here. Boom. Then she comes back against the New York Liberty. She plays against the Liberty. She plays against the Sun. She plays against the Valkyrie. She plays against the Aces. And then she goes down against the Seattle Storm. Stephanie White. Why did she go down against the Seattle Storm, Steph? A game that we were leading in? A game that we were up with 30 seconds left to go? What was your bright idea, Steph? To put her back in on a game that's already out of hand. Oh, great job. Standing ovation from the crowd. Beautiful, beautiful decision. She goes down again. Now I'm being told this is her groin. Oh, okay. We're getting back in the groove. We're getting back in the groove. We're trying to get healed. We're trying to get healed. Now what do? They rush her back for July 9th against the Golden State Valkyrie. Why do they rush her back against the Golden State Valkyrie? Because it's camp day. So she's still not fully recovered. I doubt she's ever recovered from the quad injury. Now she hasn't recovered from the groin injury. Beautiful. But we're going to bring her back prematurely. Holly Rowe, even on the sideline, says they didn't have practice time during this entire period. She was brought back too soon without practice. Holly Rowe said that's what Stephanie White told her. Holly Rowe, you really got to watch it. You got to watch your mouth sometimes, Holly. It won't get you in trouble, but it might jam up your friend. It might. Now she gets rushed back against the Golden State Valkyrie. She plays against the Valkyrie, plays against the Dream, plays against the Dallas Wings, plays against Connecticut. The game she gets injured again, or re-injures her groin more severely. Oh, great. Do we remember how that Connecticut Sun game transpired? Stephanie White shitting the bed all game long with her terrible trash offensive game plan. Caitlin Clark has to put the team on her back in the fourth quarter. Now her groin gets re-injured on a routine play. Too much strain, too much stress, whatever the case may be. Goes to the stanchion, tears in her eyes, slaps, puts a towel on her face. We don't see Caitlin Clark the rest of the year. July 15th is the date. August rolls around. I'm in San Diego. We get news. Oh, Caitlin Clark's going to come back in a week. Oh, no, not a week. Never mind. But you just... But before we even get to that, remember it was day to day leading into the All-Star. Again, lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie after lie. Mislead after mislead. Deceive and deceive. Hide and hide. Now we're mid to late August. somewhere around there. I'm off the cuff right here. Now we're somewhere around mid to late August. Fans are saying, "Where is Caitlyn? Where is Caitlyn?" What do the Fever do? They send the Stooges out. And what do the Stooges say? Oh, now she has an ankle injury that they didn't report on that happened 2 to 3 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But remember, Scott said it's the ankle that's keeping her out, but Chloe Peterson is saying it's not the ankle, it's the groin. Remember what Stephanie White, the Indiana Fever, said? She hurt her groin, but it's not really a setback. Wait, huh? That doesn't really add up. 1 + 1 = 3? That ain't right. Then when the season's already over, now we get the, I won't be returning for the rest of the season announcement from Caitlin Clark. Because the team's already, the team, the Fever, the staff, whoever, there's already so much shame going on with how they handle this. They don't want to come out and say it. They'll just let it. Caitlin, can you take the bullet for us, please? You think you can do that for us? Just put out a statement, please. She hasn't even done 5-on-5 yet. That literally confirms we've been bullshitting you guys. She was never returning ever this season. You're telling me 2 months ago? Now we're in October. We're October 20th. You couldn't tell 2 months ago she wouldn't be ready to play in 8 to 12 weeks? But what are you going to do? You're going to transport her from here to here to here to here to here like a zoo animal, keeping fans hooked. Nasty, nasty work. Now you can read the article. You can buy in. I ain't buying in. Sorry. Not really. You're going to put news and this shit behind a paywall? Chloe, I'm good, dude. I'm good on that. I'll let the people on Twitter clip it up and post it so I can pretty much read the whole article without having to pay my money. I'm sorry, Chloe. I can't. I can't give you some bread for this. You want me to pay for lies? You want me to pay so I can be gaslit? Is that what you're asking for? You want fans to pay to get gaslit by Fever Media. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below.